Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninaamagraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranamadhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. The glory of a Tirtha Kshetra was very beautifully described by Tulsi Das ji, and here we saw the most wonderful Tirtha Kshetra, Prayagraj, where there is a confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Guptagamini Saraswati. Why Guptagamini Saraswati? Because Saraswati, from where she emerges out, in fact, they don't know where is the real Moola of Saraswati Nadi. At one point she comes out of the, there are a lot of rocks there. amidst rock, it suddenly comes out of the rock. So we don't know where is the Moola of Saraswati. And then it flows down. She flows down for around 1.5 kilometers or even a little more, maybe. And then she disappears. And then you will see in Prayagraj the Ganga, Yamuna, and Guptagamini. Because she is unseen, she is called as Guptagamini. Saraswati's confluence takes place. It's a Tirtha Kshetra, Punya Kshetra. And when one takes bath in that particular Sangama, Triveni Sangama, all his impurities are said to be washed away. And then the 105th Doha concludes, Sevahi Sukriti Sadhu Suchi Pavahi Sabaman Kam Bandi Beda Purana Gana Kahi Bimala Guna Gram Siyavar Ramachandra Ki Jai. We saw truth is the king of Prayagraj. Shraddha, faith, is the consort of that king. And then the Sakha is Bhagavan himself. Isn't it? And all the whole kingdom is the entire city of Prayagraj. And in that kingdom, the fortress, it stops all sins and negativities coming into Prayagraj. And then we also found that so many saints and sages conduct so many satsangs. Virtuous and holy saints wait upon this king. Who? Prayagraj. That truthfulness is the king. And Pavahi Sabamana Kama. And one who goes and takes a dip in Prayagraj, all his Manokama. Manakama meaning what? All his desires gets fulfilled. And then who are the singers there? Bandi Veda Purana Gana. Vedas and Puranas are the Bandijan. Vedas and Puranas sing the glory of that Bhagavan. Kahahi Vimala Gunagrama. They sing the stainless virtues of the king and the queen, which is truth and faith, Satyam and Shraddha. Now, Acharya continues in the 106th verse. Ko kahi sakai prayag prabhavu Kalusha punja kunjara mrigaravu Asati rathapati dekhi suhava Sukha sagar raghubar sukh pava Kahi siya lakh nahi sakhi sunai Shri mukhati ratharaj badai Kari pranamu dekhat ban baga Kahat mahatama ati anuraga Ehi vidhi ai biloki beni Sumirat sakala sumangala deni Mudita nahai kinhi siva seva Puji jatha vidhi tirath deva तब प्रभु भरद्वाज पहि आये करत दंडवत मुनि उरलाये मुनि मन मोदन कछु कहि जाई ब्रह्मानंद राशि जनु पाई दीन्हि असीस मुनीस उर अति आनंदो अस जानी लोचन गोचर सुकृत फल मनहु किए विधियानि सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भय सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। को कही सकै पर प्रयाग प्रभावु. Who can ever describe the glory of the Prayagraj? I tell you, very many times we go to such places, but actually we don't know anything about the place. Look at this wonderful thing happening now. The Kumbh Mela is going on. Crores of people, but if you actually ask them what exactly you know about Prayagraj, at the most they may say it is a Sangama of three nadis, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, therefore it is a Punya Kshetra, therefore I will get Punya, my papas will get washed off, therefore I will become. Bhagavani Paramatma. See, just because it is written here, it is not that you will get punya, and just because it is written here, it is not that all your sins are washed away. Please be attentive while listening to this. When I am ready, when I am prepared to forego my ego and egocentric desires, that very elimination of my ego and egocentric desires is nothing but the washing away of all sins and papa. Think. I perform action and the action brings in equal and opposite reaction, which otherwise according to Shastra is called as what? Karma phala. Karma phala is decided by the quality and texture of thoughts, attitudes, and the action born thereof. When the action is good, when the action is without ego and egocentric desires, when the action does not demand any selfish desires, that action leads to meritorious results, which is called punya. Actions that are done with lot of inner intentions, inner agenda, desire prompted, name and fame asked for, then they are also called karma. No doubt you may go into Prayagraj and then go to the Sangama and take bath and probably click some selfies and all that stuff, but do not know anything about it. Such people cannot get any punya karma, please. Marginal, because you have taken an effort to go there, and again, yes, it's a punya kshetra, you have taken bath, marginal punya, let me say, will be given to you. Why make you feel bad? Marginal. But they don't actually mean anything. When I go to the Tirtha Kshetra, at the first place, I must understand where I am going. I must understand why I am going. I am understand what is the purpose of my going there. What is the symbolism there? What are the significance there? How can I get that merit so that all my negativities get washed away and my mind is purified to think of the Lord? When that happens, then the water becomes Tirtha Kshetra. Again, hundreds of thousands of people are there in Prayagraj there. If you look at it from the worldly standpoint, so much of dirt, so much of filth also might be there. Yet people go there. Why? Faith. What is the faith there? It is a punya kshetra. If I go and take bath there, it is punya for me. My papas will be washed off. I will be blessed. Is it not? They will get blessed. Definitely. Why? The inner attitude is good. Inner bhavana is good. Therefore, they will be blessed. However, unless I gain the knowledge of the Tirtha Kshetra, I may not be receiving the 100% blessings. According to my attitude alone, I will get the blessings. Then don't sit down there and say, oh, Bhagavan is also partial then. Bhagavan is also looking for something. No. Bhagavan has no role to play in this. Bhagavan says, Tathastu. He will only say, Tathastu. Whatever I ask, he will say, Tathastu. Let us suppose you went to our the greatest Prime Minister in today's world, Shri Narendra Modi of the Punya Bhumi Bharata. You go there and he says, Swamiji, whatever you want, you ask, I will give for your trust. Had I asked a huge money, if not that same amount, at least some amount he would have given. I go to Narendra Modi, it takes so much of time to get an appointment. From after 6.5 months, I get one appointment for 6.5 minutes, let us say. I go there and say, Modi ji, I have come here. Can you please give me one pumpkin? This is exactly what is happening when we go in front of the Lord. Bhagavan is ready to give you himself. But we are such fools to ask for all big Hanumanta list of things. Shamcha me, mayascha me, priyancha me, nu kamascha me, saumanasascha me. Chame. Me Shabda in Sanskrita has two meanings. One, from me. Another one, for me. So our Sanchame Mayashchame is give me auspiciousness, give me whatever I desire. Kamaschame, double Kamaschame. Why? One is not sufficient. Think. And what do we ask? All petty pleasures of life. Things and beings of life. Some temporary pleasure, some temporary name and fame, some temporary material benefits. Now see, when Bhagavan is ready to give whatever you want, what should I ask? Therefore, what we see in front of us is not Bhagavan, is only Vigraha. It is metal, it is matter, inert and insentient. And such an inert and insentient matter can only give whatever I ask as far as matter is concerned. Bhagavan says, Tathastu. Think. Therefore, when you go to Prayagraj, we should understand what is it. Why am I going? What should I ask? Ko kahi sakai Prayaga Prabhavu. Nobody knows the glory of Prayagraj. My God. Kalusha Punja Kunjara Mrigaravu. Prayagraj is like a lion, where the herd of elephants in the name of impurities and sins come there, and this lion is able to remove all of them. That is the glory of Prayagraj. Kalusha Punja Kunjara Mrigaraju Asa Tirathapati Dekhi Suhava. Ramchandraji, he is an ocean of bliss himself. Is it not? He is a very Satchit Ananda Swarupaha Ramaha Sukhasagara Raghubara Sukhubhava. But like a small child, like childlike mind, he enjoys the very presence of that wonderful atmosphere. And when he sees these glorious holy places, he is so delighted. He is the very Swarupa of Ananda. But he becomes a Manava, and then he is enjoying that particular state of mind. How nice! Kahi siya lakha nahi sa kahi sunai. Shrimukha Tirath Raja Badhai. With his Shrimukha, meaning with his own mouth, with his own lips, he told Siya Lakhanahi Sakhahi Sunai to Sita ji, Lakshman ji, and Guha. He told Tirath Raja Badai. From his Srimukha, he lifted the Tirath Raja, that particular Tirtha Sthala. He spoke so much praise on that, the greatness of Prayagraj. Kari pranamu dekhat ban baga, kahat mahatapa ati anuraga. And Ramchandra ji, he did pranams to that holy place. He did namaskaram to the holy place. Kari pranamu dekhata bana bhaga. He started looking at all the groves, beautiful garden, and the trees and plants everywhere. He enjoyed that beauty. Kahata mahatamati anuraga. He explained the glory with utmost devotion. Bhagavan, please note, Bhagavan, but when he is in the Manava Avatara, his very nature changes to become like a Manava, and with lot of devotion, he explained the glory of Prayagraj, the Tirtha Sthala. Ehi bidhi ai biloki beni. And in this way, he arrived and beautifully had the darshan of the confluence of the Tirtha Sthala, the Triveni Sangama, Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, Sumirata Sakala Sumangala Deni. Once you think about, once you remember, once you pray in front of Tirtha Sthala, it bestows all that blessings. What we deserve. Underline. Gurudev constantly says, and I constantly quote him, you may never get what you desire, but you can never escape from what you deserve. Therefore, we must come to deserve all those blessings, and then it is ours. Think. Mudita nahai kinhi siva seva. And then he took bath in the confluence and gladly he worshipped the Lord Shiva. Remember, he made a Vigraha also. He worshipped Lord Shiva. Puji jatha vidhi ratha deva. And all the deities who are presiding deities of the Prayagraj, all of them were worshipped with appropriate ritual. One very important point I would like to speak here. Just now I said, we don't know where we are going, we don't know why we are going. But when we understand that I am going to a Tirtha Kshetra, you will always have, wherever Tirtha Kshetras are there, you will always have some Mahatmas there. Satsangs will be constantly going on. I would not rush to say, don't take selfie, don't take photographs, don't take videograph, don't jump around and dance, don't play. All that I would not say. That is part of the game. Go ahead with it. But at the same time, doing all of them for your personal happiness, pleasure, go ahead and do. But that alone is not life. That alone is not the purpose of going to a Tirtha Kshetra. You must find a Mahatma. Sit with that person. And you must take lessons. You must attend the satsang. Take beautiful guidance from such Mahatma. And you will find that all your sorrows will wither away through knowledge. Tirtha Kshetra is what? Taranti anena iti tirtham. Taranti means that which crosses from one shore to the other shore. Anena, when it is said, that crossing over of very many flow in our life. very many sins of our life, the ahankara in our life, the aham iti, identity, I, all that should get washed away. And in Tirtha Kshetra, all that will get washed away when we find the Guru and surrender at the feet of the Guru, sit at the feet of the Guru and take lessons. Today's world we find, they sit along with Guru. Oh, Swamiji, how are you? We have people like that. The Swamiji may not say anything. Swamiji may give them whatever they want, and in terms of some material, some phala, or in modern days, some chai. Swamiji may not do anything. The Muni may not say anything, but it only shows the amount of arrogance. It only shows the amount of not having the right culture. It only shows our ego. It displays our ego. When you go to a Mahatma, you have to sit down. This was our culture. Taken that today's life is not as it was earlier. Today's life is very, very merrymaking. No physical activity, no much physical activity, no exercise or walking or something like that, exception sustained. And therefore, we can't sit down. Children are not able to sit down. Parents have not given that culture to our children, that they have to sit down. When you go in front of the Guru, you sit down. Think. And then receive knowledge. Tirthe tirthe nirmalam brahma vrindam. Look at the definition of Tirtha Kshetra. Very beautifully Param Puja Guruji Swami Tejomayanji said. Tirthe tirthe nirmalam brahma vrindam. Whenever you go to any Tirtha Kshetra, you must go and find out Nirmalam Brahma Vrindam. Vrindam meaning what? The group where Satsanga is take place on Nirmala Brahma. Not which theatre is there in Prayagraj. Why? What to do at night? Think. Tirthe tirthe nirmalam brahma vrindam. Vrinde vrinde tattva chintanuvadaha. And in that vrinde, when you go there, it is not one group. There are plenty of groups. Plenty. In each group, hundreds of people will be there. Vrinde, what do they do? Tattva chintanuvadaha. There, the vada means it is not argument here. Vada here means the talks. The satsang is on what? Tattva chinta. Chintanam. Vade jayate tattva bodha. And whenever you listen to those satsanga, in those descriptions, in those beautiful talk by the Mahatma, what you receive is tattva bodha. Bodha, knowledge of what? Tattvam. What is tattvam? The truth. Vade jayate tattvabodha, bodhe bhasate chandrachudaha. How beautiful. Bodhe, in every knowledge what we get from our scriptures, what happens is bhasate. Bhasate meaning what? Revealed. Revelation. It is not brought and put into our brain, please. That jnanam of the Brahma Tattva is very much there in us, but covered by the wretched ego. The foolish identification with the Sharira Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara. Bhasate meaning what? While Tattva Bodha is being analyzed, Bodhe in that learning, all the temporary things all wither away and bhasate. Like how? Like the Surya. It reveals beautiful shine, sunlight, and it is covered by the clouds. And the interesting part is, we foolishly say the sun is covered. Arre Rama. How can clouds cover the sun? It is a relative expression. You cannot see the clouds without the light of the sun. Is it not? When the clouds move away, bhasate chandrachudaha. Here chandrachudaha refers to Ishvara, Shiva. But you can always take it as your own Ishtadevata. Alright. Now look at that. Tirthe tirthe nirmalam brahmavrindam vrinde vrinde tattva chintanuvadaha vade vade jayate tattva bodhaha bodhe bodhe bhasate chandrachudaha. This is how a Tirtha Kshetra should be attended to. You have to visit Tirtha Kshetra, take the glory of the Bhagavan, know about the king, queen, Sakai, everybody, think about all the Dikpalakas, and then pray to the Kshetra Devata, and then go and find a Mahatma, sit with him and listen to his Satsanga, his Bodha. And then you will find the mind will definitely take a few words which you can reflect later. Work to understand those words. And whenever you understand, bhasate chandrachudaha. This is the purpose of Tirtha Kshetra, please. Don't take Tirtha Kshetra as one more picnic spot. One more travel, time pass out of the regular field of activity. This is how we see. But how wonderful, in spite of our ignorance, Bhagavan blesses us and say, it's okay, you go once and come. And when we go there, because of our foolishness, we start complaining, we start looking at things and beings others, and we don't understand how wonderful opportunity we were given to gain that knowledge. Think. Tab Prabhu Bharadwaja Pahi Aaye. Then Bhagavan, after finishing all his prayer, etc., Bhagavan came to one of the greatest Muni. At those times, Bharadwaja Muni. Some place I have heard, I will not be able to vouch because how authentic it is, I have not gone through that. Bharadwaja Muni was the son of Devaguru Brihaspati, it seems. And he was also the father of Dronacharya. He was the disciple, Shishya of Valmiki Rishi. But interestingly, he heard Ramakatha from Yajnavalkya Maharishi, Yajnavalkya Muni. How interesting. And these are found in Yoga Vasishta. These interesting notes are found in the beautiful Grantha Yoga Vasishta. Very, very deep Grantha. Karata Dandavata Muni Uralai. Bhagavan Dandavata Pranam. Ramchandraji fell at the feet of the greatest Muni, Bharadwaja Muni, and immediately Bharadwaja Muni lifted him and hugged him to his heart. Muni manamodana kachuka hijai. Muni manamoda means that joy in his heart. Na kachuka hijai. It cannot be described. He was so delighted. There was so much of tears in his eyes. Brahmananda rasi janupai. He experienced that Brahmananda. Naturally, he is Brahman only. Who else is Bhagavan Ramchandraji? Sukhadata, isn't it? Ramante iti Ramaha. Yasya yoginaha ramante. Such Bhagavan, who is the very Ananda Data, Brahmananda Rasi Janupai, Bharadwaja Muni experienced that personally, privately, subjectively he experienced that Brahmananda when he embraced Bhagavan Ramchandra ji. Dini asisa muni saura ati anandu asajani लोचन गोचर सुकृत फल मनहु किए विधियानी. The chief of sages, Bharadvaja Muni, invoked the blessings of the Lord. Ati Anando Asajani, he felt extremely happy in his heart. Lochana Gochara Sukrita Pala, he saw Bhagavan in the physical, visible form. A very interesting thing, I'll discuss about that. Manahu kiye bidhyani. Now see, Bhagavan came in front of him, arrived in front of him in the physical form. Now one very interesting people there, you always have people who want to go on poking and go on finding fault and go on. Okay. One of the persons say, oh, then I cannot accept that. Why? Because how can you see Bhagavan? Bhagavan, no, please be very attentive. Bhagavan is the drashta. Drashta meaning seer. Bhagavan is the seer. And bhakta are seen. Drishyam. This whole world, drishya prapancha. Bhaktas, drishyam. So Bhagavan is the drashta, bhakta is the drishyam. Now, when Bharadvaja Muni is seeing Ramchandra ji, how can Ramchandra ji become Bhagavan? He is not the drashta, he is drishyam. Bharadvaja Muni is the drashta, therefore is Bharadvaja Muni the Bhagavan. How can Bhagavan be drishya? Now here is very interesting point. The Acharya says, Jiva becomes drashta and sees Bhagavan in what? This is called Bhakti Mahima. Where Jiva becomes drashta and Bhagavan becomes drishya for the sake of blessing the Jiva. We have so many movies. And in that movies and all we say, it is being filmed actually. Okay, it is being filmed. In the movie the Bhagavan they show and then Vishwarupa also they show. Those are all projections. But in fact, it is possible. But we have to lift ourselves to that purity. When we become the drashta, Bhagavan will give us drishya darshanam. He will give. Here, Bhagavan becomes drishya for the sake of blessing his shishya, his bhakta who becomes the drashta. How great is bhakti? How wonderful is devotion? Bhakti Mahima. Continuing. Kusala prasna kari asana dine पूजी प्रेम परिपूरन कीन्हे कंदमूल फल अंकुरनी के दिए आनि मुनि मनहु अमी के सीय लखन जन सहित सुहाये अतिरुचि राम मूल फल खाये भये विगत शम राम सुखारे भरद्वाज मृदु बचन उचारे आजु सुफल तपु तीरथ त्यागु आजु सुफल जप जोग बिराजु सफल सखल शुभ साधन साजु राम तुमहि अवलोकत आजु लाभ अवधि सुख अवधि न दूजी तुम्हारे दरस आस सब पूजी अब करि कृपा देहु बर एहु निज पद सरसिज सहज सनेहु कर्म बचन मन छाड़ी छलू जब लगी जनु न तुम्हारे तब लगी सुख सपने हूँ नहीं किए कोटि उपचार सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। कुशल प्रश्न करि आसन दीन्हे। Bharadwaj Muni requested them to come and sit down and then asked all of them, how are you? Fine, 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 fine. Puji prema paripurana kinhe. And he offered all obeisance, pranams, etc., and satisfied them all with lot of his love. Kandamula phala ankuranike. He gave them with kandamula phala. That is what was available there. You cannot get idli vada, sambar dosa, masal dosa, etc. Isn't it? They are in the forest. Therefore, kandamula phala ankuranike. Kandamula phala, we have discussed about it. All those roots and fruits, etc., sprouts. Ankura sprouts. Diye ani muni manahu amike. He then brought everything and presented to Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji and all. Siya lakhana jana sahita suhaye. Atiruchi rama mula phalakaye. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji ate all of them. And atiruchi. See, it is given with love. It isn't, oh, you have come. Okay. Did you have lunch? I think you must have had lunch, isn't it? Not like that. With so much of love. Atiruchi Rama Mula Phalakai. Therefore, it was Atiruchi. It was so tasty, so sweet and everything. Bhaye bigata shama ram sukhare. And because of the kandamula phala and along with water, of course, not to be said, Ramchandraji felt relaxed. He was relieved of all the fatigue and tiredness, everything. Bigata shama ram sukhare. Bharadwaja mridu bachana uchare. And after that, Bharadwaja Muni with a gentle tone, soft voice, very beautifully he spoke. Speaking is a talent. We must learn what to speak, to whom, how to speak, how much to speak. All that we should know. Aju suphalata putiratha tyagu. Hey Rama, today, Aju, suphala tapu, all my penance have given results. Tiratha tyagu, all my pilgrimage and all my renunciation, tyaga, have been rewarded. Aju suphala tapa joga biraju. Biragu means vairagya. Aju again today, suphala japa yoga. All the japas what I did and all the yoga what I did. Viragu, my vairagyam, all the dispassion what I had, even they have given the appropriate reward. What is that appropriate reward? The very darshana of yourself. Saphala sakala subha sadhana saju. All my austerities, all my penance, practice have been so beautifully rewarded. Rama tumahi avalokata aju. By what? By your very sight, O Rama. Ramu tumahi avalokata. By the very sight of yours, I have got everything today. Labha avadhi sukha avadhina duji. There is there is nothing called culmination of gain, culmination of joy. Everything is only one, and that is you. What else is there? Tumare darasa asa sabha puji. In your darshan, I am completely released from the samsara and I have gained what I have to gain in this life. Abakari kripa dehu bara ehu. Now Bhagavan please grant me one boon. Just now he said everything is done, there is nothing to be done, my samsara is gone, everything. And then he says, Abakari kripa dehu baro yehu, please give me one boon. Ramchandraji was wondering, looking at Sita ji, looking at Lakshman ji and Guha on the other side also. They looked at each other and said, okay, what do you want? Nija pada sarasija sahaja sanihu. Hey Bhagavan, if you want to put this in one word, Nirbhara Bhakti. Nija pada sanihu. May I be blessed with the natural affiliation, natural love towards, natural, spontaneous, effortless love towards your Nija pada, at your feet. कर्म बचन मन छाड़ी छलो जब लगी जनुन तुम्हार तब लगी सुख सपने हूँ नहीं किए कोटि उपचार. Until a person gets completely devoted to Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, as long as he is not completely devoted, he will never find peace in this world. He has to get totally devoted in thought, word and deed. Karma, bachana, mana, chadi chalu. Jab lagi januna tumhara, tab lagi sukh sapani hu nahi. He cannot even dream of such a happiness if he is not fully devoted. Kiye koti upachara. He may do so many activities. Oh, I will do that puja, I will do sahasranama, laksharchana, koti archana, I will do this for every, I give to the poor, I will give to the so many. I will do. As long as that I is there, you cannot do anything. One Mahatma was sitting inside his kutira, and a very well-off one, probably a minister or somebody, came with 2 full bags of fruits and other things to the Mahatma. He came in a beautiful, probably Mercedes-Benz car. He came, he got down and then took on, and then he came near the door. Guruji, I have come. Mahatma said, drop it. Guruji is inside. The devotee is outside. So he thought, okay, he's talking about the bag. So he dropped one bag. Again came the instruction, drop it. So he dropped the second bag. Again came, drop it. He said, Mahatmaji, I have dropped both the bag. He said, drop it. What will I drop? That I you drop. We are all doing so good work. I mean, so much of good work we are doing. We have got so many good thoughts also. But all of them are standing on that particular denominator. I. That has to go. That is why he says, Kiye koti upachara. Even if you do crores of good work, tab lagi sukhu sapane hu nahi. You cannot get that happiness even in the dream until you surrender at the feet of the Bhagavan along with your ego. And then you will find Nandati Nandati Anandati Eva. There is a very beautiful bhajan we were singing in our Yuva Kendra time. छोड़ दिया क्यों छोड़ दिया हरि नाम भजन क्यों छोड़ दिया जिसके स्मरण में अति सुख पावे वो स्मरण क्यों छोड़ दिया झूठे जग में दिल लगाकर असल वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया क्यों छोड़ दिया हरि नाम भजन क्यों छोड़ दिया. The song is long. Remember the thought, remember the essence, and remember Him in every thought. Then there is only Ananda. We will continue tomorrow. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।